So, in this book haul, we have some classics, some contemporary, and some fantasy. So, let's start with the haul. I went to the Bangalore Book Fair, which was happening during 8th July to 12th July, and I went during the first day of the book fair and I bought some amazing books. I think I got 15 books for rupees 2000. Today, let me show you all the books which I have with me. First, let me talk about the book fair a little bit. So, this was my first time attending a book fair in Bangalore after I moved here. So, I was actually having a lot of expectation because last year I went to a book fair in Chennai. If you know my videos, I think you would have watched it, and I got such amazing books. But this time it was actually a little bit disappointing in the Bangalore book fair. To be honest, they were incredible books over there, but just not the books which I want. Some of the books were actually amazing. So let's start the video. Let me just give a gist about this book fair and how it actually works if you don't know. So basically, you don't pay the price for these books. You actually select a box, like you'll have three sizes. One is small, medium, and large. So the small book is 1200, and the medium book is 1999, and the largest book is 2999. I guess I'm not so sure. And I chose the medium book that was for 1999, and I was able to get 15 books. The first one which we have is by Neil Gaiman, and the book is Trigger Warning. And this is a hardcover, guys. Like, if this was on Amazon, I don't think I would have bought it. And I never knew that Neil Gaiman had written horror stories. Like, yes, I do know that he has written horror in middle grade, like Coraline or The Graveyard Book. And this was something new which I didn't know. But look at this cover. Like, it is super gorgeous. Like, when I first saw, I thought that it was not going to be good, like the rating. But when I saw the rating, it was pretty high. I think it was 3.9 or 4. And then I saw the book's cover and I was like, yeah, I have to buy this. This comes with this dust jacket, and the quality of this book is also pretty good, if you can see. Probably I'll be reading it soon or making a reading vlog out of thriller books. If you want that, do let me know. So yeah. Wild by Kristen Hanna. And if you know the author Kristen Hanna, she has written this incredibly popular book called The Nightingale. And I haven't read that book yet. And this was the only book which was available by this author. So I thought maybe I can start with this and then read The Nightingale. Also, the synopsis of the book was pretty intriguing. Like a woman who must escape her past and a child who must unlock her future. The premise does sound really interesting, and the cover of the book is so gorgeous. Like, look at it, and literally the texture of this book, like some books have this a buttery feeling. Like, I hope you understand what I mean by it. This book has that kind of texture. Like, this cover, it's so gorgeous and so pretty. So I thought I'll first read this and maybe then read the Nightingale. So that is it. The next one is Baby Does a Runner by Anita Rani. When I saw, I thought, okay, maybe I can try an Indian author. Maybe this is a sign. And I think this is a rom com. Actually, I don't read romance that much. If you know me, I do like romance as a subplot, but not as a main plot. And I do think it is not as a main plot. And I think this is going to be very different from what I usually read. And I have no clue if I'm going to like this book or not. But I thought maybe sometimes I should read out of my comfort zone to, understand my taste more. So I picked this book. That is the only reason I got this book. Legends and Lattes by Travis. And this was not a book I would, usually pick if I saw this in a bookstore or on Amazon. But since I was in a book fair, I thought maybe I'll just try this book and read and see if I like it. I've heard lots of mixed reviews around this book. Some people love this book, but some people don't like this book. And I thought maybe I can try read this book and find it, on my own. And I got this book. I'm not a high fantasy girl too. Like, romance and high fantasy are the genres which I don't usually go to. But this felt good. I think this is about, slaying monsters who try to open a coffee shop and set up, and how things go after that. And the premise does sound interesting, and I hope it is good, but I have no clue. But the cover is so gorgeous. Again, this has that buttery texture cover. So yeah, extra points for that. But look at the quality, guys. It's like so good, and I don't even know if anyone has even read in these books. Like, that is how I feel the books' qualities are in this book fair. That is something I loved in this bookstore. Like, sorry, book fair. That the quality of the books were so good for for this price, like for this deal. Also, the cover is gorgeous. So these next two books are what I call as the steal deals because wait a minute. Look at these covers. I got the Hunger Games hardcover editions and they are in great condition. But I'm also sad that I couldn't get the first book. I literally searched every single place in that book fair for at least 3 to 5 minutes just to find the first part of the Hunger Games, but I had no luck. Like I got only the second and the third book, but the quality of these books are really great. Look at this. It's super gorgeous. Like I know if I wanted to buy these from Amazon or any bookstore, they would have costed a fortune. But now I think I got 15 books for 2000. Let's think each book is around 150 rupees maximum. So yeah, that is a steal deal. Like this is so gorgeous. Like please, if anyone has the first book and do not want it, you know what I want. Look at it. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. They also had this bookmark inside the book, and it is so gorgeous. Like, my name is Katniss Everdeen. Why am I not dead? I should be dead. By Katniss from Mockingjay. This is super cute. This bookmark, it's the prettiest thing, and I love how it is. This was the book I was searching and I couldn't get, and I would have been way more happier with the first book because it has this gorgeous black cover, and I really want to see how it looks in real life. But nevertheless, still I'm happy. And it's also funny because the last year book fair which I attended in Chennai, I found the Harry Potter edition of these books, if you can see, and I didn't get the first book there. Like, I got all the books, but I couldn't find the first book. And I thought, hopefully, I'll find it in this book fair or the secondhand book apps. Like, I cannot find it anywhere, and I have no clue where to buy. I really, really want them on my bookshelf. So, done with these books, and now let's go to our favorite section, classics. And yeah, I've heard a lot about this book. Actually, not a lot, but I heard good things about this book. And I'm pretty excited. And I know that Charlie Bronte's book is going to be good and it won't be disappointing. This book is worth reading. I know, I can feel it. Like, first thing, it is based on Charlotte Bronte's personal experiences, and second, it is also a story of a woman's right to love and be loved. That is what is written at the back of the book, and loving it so far and excited to start reading it. So yeah, I think this is going to be at least minimum a 4-star read, if not a 5-star read. And the next one is Middlemarch by George Eliot. And everyone on Instagram and everywhere seems to be talking about this book a lot, like how much good it is. And to be frank, I don't know what this book is about. Like, and also talking about the cover and the book condition. I love these editions, like how they look and all, but the writing inside is way too small to read. Like, it's not an issue, but sometimes it is an issue. I don't know how I'm going to read. And it is also a pretty thick book. It has around 780 pages. But yeah, my goal in 2027 is to read as many as long books, not as many, but I do have a list of long books which I want to read next year. Like, I want to really concentrate on the quality of the books rather than the quantity of the books I read. So definitely Middlemarch is going there. In one line, this book is a complex tale of idealism, disillusion, loyalty, and also frustrated love. So yeah, pretty good concept. Let's see how that goes. So the next one is the book Dracula, and I actually wanted to buy this book last year in last year's book fair too. Like, they had much prettier cover than this book, but to be honest, last year I couldn't fit all the books I wanted to buy. Like, there were so many good books, but I had to close the box. Like, that is the only amount of books I can take home, and I had to leave 4 or 5 books there. And unfortunately, Dracula was one such book which I had to leave, and I was very confident I can find this book again in any other book fair or bookstore. But so it has been 1 year so far, and I've still not able to find. So I thought maybe I should just buy a Dracula book for now and read, because I'm already too late into this book and I have not read. And I think I'm also starting to read a lot of Gothic literature, and I am loving Gothic literature too. I want to read this, so I thought maybe this is a good start. And again, this book has such small print. Cousin Phillips by Elizabeth Gaskell. So, if you have heard about the book The North and South or read about it, then you know who Elizabeth Gaskell is. I haven't still read it, it's still on my TBR. But yeah, I got it last year book fair, I guess, and again I got this book. This book doesn't have a huge rating on it, but I thought maybe I like Elizabeth Gaskell's book. That is how much confident I am in her work. I think I'm also gravitating towards more of a female authors, like not just Indian authors. This year, I have been trying to read a lot of genres or works from other people that my taste has been diverging or diversifying so much, and I can literally feel it. Like right now, I want to get more into Indian literature, Gothic literature, and female authors, also long classics which talk about complex ideas and everything. My taste has been evolved so much, and I can literally feel it. So that is a book which I want to get. I still haven't read any of these books, so I can't explain the plot of the books, but I can at least tell what this book might be about after reading the synopsis. So that is what I'm doing. So here it is written as Cousin Philip's book mirrors the changes that were occurring in society and is considered one of her most mature works. So yeah, that's just something about this book. And I love these editions too. And I'm loving to collect these secondhand books a lot. After visiting the last year's book fair, I started loving collecting these kind of editions too. Lady Oracle by Margaret Atwood. I've been talking about Margaret Atwood a lot. Like I've read just one of her works, that was the My Evil Mother by Margaret Atwood, and that short story was enough for me to convince that I would love her writing. Just like for Frederick Backman, when I read The Answer Is No and I bought all his other works, I think the same is happening with me. Uh, for this author, Margaret Atwood. I thought I'll read The Handmaid's Tale next, but unfortunately, in this book fair, I found Lady Oracle, and yeah, and I immediately read the synopsis and thought this story was crazy. Like, how did she get the idea for this plot? And it was very intriguing, so I thought I have to read it. The next two books are by Shakespeare. The first one is Romeo and Juliet. Twelfth Night. So I've read two of Shakespeare's works so far. One was Macbeth, and the second one was A Midsummer's Night Dream. Both were very contrasting in the story. Like, one was very serious, and it was how an ambition or obsession over the ambition can destroy one's own life, whereas A Midsummer's Night Dream was very funny, and it was just a cute drama to read with a lot of things to think about. Both were very good. I think both were my top reads of that year, so I love them equally. To be frank, Shakespeare works are not that easy to read. I do agree that it is not for a beginner. Like, even for me, I find it quite difficult to understand. What I usually do to read his works or to understand his works better is to first see the play. Like, most of the Shakespeare books have plays. I watch them in YouTube and at least understand 40-50% of the story what they're trying to tell. And next is to also keep a modern English translation while I'm reading this, because most of the words are difficult and we don't use it now, because English not being our native, obviously we're not going to understand the words. So I thought it is better to read it like this, and it has helped me quite a lot to understand what he's trying to say, and I've enjoyed reading his work so far. And I thought I just want to pick and have all his books as my collection, so I bought these two books because only these two were available. Alice in Wonderland. It has a lot of illustrations inside. Like, I'm not kidding you. Like, look at it. Pretty excited to get into this book, and I don't think there's anything to talk much about this one, so let's move on to the next one. Selected Poems by Lavinia Greenlaw. I have never heard about this book or about this author, or never seen this edition anywhere, and yet I bought this book. This was just an impulse buying, because anyways there was not much to lose by getting this book, and I've never seen anyone talk about this book too. I don't know who this author is, but All I know after looking into this book was this was a poetry book. So lately I've been reading Emily Dickinson's poems, and I want to get into poetry and different kinds of reading. So I thought maybe I'll get this one. Like, if it's good, yeah, all good. But if it's not, then it's just an learning experience, or yeah, a lesson. So I don't know what to tell about this book because I have no clue. It just has some small poems. I'll just show what it is, how it looks inside. But I need to talk about this cover. Like, it does look gorgeous, and I hope I really like this book. I hope I have a small poetry collection in my bookshelf one day. Right now, I think I just have two or three poetry books, but that is definitely not enough. I want to get more into poetry. Understanding poetry is not that easy, but once if you try to understand what the author is trying to convey, it's one of the most beautiful work of literature, work of art. So I thought, just impulsively buy this and read and find out how the book is. So I think we are done with the video for today, and I showed all the books which I got from the book haul. And special shout out to my husband who was waiting for me for around 1 to 1.5 to 2 hours sitting there and carrying the box along with me. Like, that was very sweet. So how do you think my book shopping went? I think it was pretty good, and I think I had more space in my book box. I could have fit at least 2 to 3 books more, but I really wanted to buy only the books which I think I would at least enjoy reading them. I just didn't want to pick some random books. So I bought only 15 books, or I would have bought at least 18 books. But it was overall a good experience. I think this book fair was a collaboration with Bookchore, the most famous secondhand books. And I've used Bookchore twice or thrice and got some secondhand books. The qualities were really good. So that is why I trusted and went to this book fair, and the quality is amazing. But I just wish they had even more better collection. This was actually quite good, but I just had a little more expectation. Thank you so much for watching till the end, and I'll meet you in the next video. Bye.